Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and I figured since I was reviewing the first two Watchers films, I wanted to revisit Watchers 1 and 2 because those are childhood favorites of mine and no one talks about the films. And I really enjoyed Watchers with Corey Haim and Watchers 2 with Mark Singer. But I figured since I'm doing that, I might as well revisit 3 and 4. I mean, I reviewed them before, the old reviews are up from like 4 or 5 years ago, but fuck it. I might as well revisit Watchers 3 and then Watchers Reborn. Now, Watchers Reborn is a total piece of shit. This one, it gets a 2.9 or 2.8 on IMDb. I thought this was I still think this is a harmless time waster. If it's a rainy afternoon and this is on cable late at night, I think it's a harmless time waster. I don't mind the film. Overall, I say I liked the film. I especially like Wings Hauser in it. I think he's the main reason why I enjoy it. I like Wings Hauser as an actor. There's not too many films that he got to be the lead and fight off a creature. There's the only one I can think of off the top of my head that he's the lead hero fighting off a creature. Now it says from the director of Sniper and The Specialist, Luis Losa did not direct this. He was just a producer, and who knows what really he all did with it. He might have just said, hey, I know this guy, I'll put my name on it. It's directed by a guy, I think his name's Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy Stanford. And, yeah, you can tell by the cover, that is what the creature looks like. For some reason, it's a little bit more of I guess a lizard type, while like the first one was a little bit more baboon-like, and the second one, well, they stole from the movie The Terror Within. This one, yeah, a little bit more lizard-like. And what this is, it's a low-budget, Roger Corman produced rip-off of Predator. That's really what it is. It's a rip-off of Predator. But hey, you know, if you don't rip off a good movie. Rip off Predator, sure. I still like it more than Predators with Adrian Brody, because I buy Wings Hauser a fuckload more than Adrian Brody as a badass. The movie is very short. It's an hour and 20 minutes with the end credits. Without the end credits, it's about an hour and 17 minutes. So it's really fucking short. It's got some decent gore. A guy's head gets ripped off. Another one looks like the creature does this on the chest and it reveals a rib cage. And so once in a while, a decent gore bit. Wings Hauser is the man in it. Some decent jungle location. The dog, once again, is well trained. There's a boy in the film who does not talk, thus he's not annoying. And it's a pretty short enough film that it didn't really bother me. Yeah, the creature could be a lot better. More action or more body count or bigger budget. Yeah, of course. But it starts out with some footage from Watchers 2, like two people walk in, these two agents, a male and female. I'm like, that's from Watchers 2. Only they're looking at something called medical supplies, which are dropped. I'm sure the planes dropping them, they're from stock footage as well. I'm like, is that from Rambo 2? Or is that from other, it might be from Rambo 2. And the box is open, the golden retriever comes out of one, and the creature comes out of the other. And the boy finds the golden retriever, feeds the dog, goes to an encampment, and then the creature follows. And there people die, gunfire, explosions. One guy dies. That's where like the creature hits this, and a rib cage is revealed. I like that. And then after the gunfire and death, it cuts to a military prison where Wings Hauser. Now, what's interesting for me is that the character Wings Hauser plays is called Paul Ferguson, who is actually This guy from part two. That's the name. The name of Mark Singer's character is Paul Ferguson. Now, if you're wondering, well, maybe it's supposed to be more like the book because it says even Dean Koontz, which has nothing to do with the novel. I've read it. And in the novel, the lead character's name is Travis. That's why I think that's Corey Haim's character in the first one. Travis, I believe Cornell, yeah. Only in the book it was older while this was a teenage kid. So Travis is the name of the book. Paul Ferguson, that name is nowhere in the novel. So I'm thinking, is this supposed to be a sequel to this one? Is it a sequel to this one? And is Wings Hauser playing Mark Singer's character? Because, again, both were in the military, and when Paul Ferguson, Wings Hauser, finds the dog, he's like Einstein, like he knows the dog, and the dog knows him, and that there was a history together. And Wings Hauser gives his backstory, 6 years ago, which this came out in 94, and Watchers 2 in 1990, so it would not have been 6 years, but okay. And I thought the dog was dead, and I was put in prison on a fake bullshit charge. So again, I'm like, is this supposed to be the same character? But some stuff doesn't add up. Like Wings Hauser mentions he has a 20-some-year-old daughter, which that's never mentioned in Watchers 2. Or, well, he killed the Outsider in Watchers 2, so why would he think the Outsider is alive? And it definitely, this is not how he looked in Watchers 2. So it's like they wanted to do the character from part 2, but it's kind of not. It just, so I don't really know what the deal is with that. It's just interesting that Wings Hauser's character is the same name as the character in this movie. So I don't know. Maybe they're trying to do a sequel to Watchers 2, but at the same time, it's things don't all connect. That might not matter to anyone else, but being a big fan of that movie, it was interesting. Anyway, he gets a deal. Go with this group of special ops guys, recover some documents, survivors, you'll get a pardon. But ultimately find out that that's bullshit. They were put there to test, to be tested on, and to see what the outsider can do to these guys. The dog trainer did a good job. One scene, the dog pushes the boy down to protect it, hide it from the creature, and the dog runs out so the creature can follow it. The other characters aren't much. One guy who is nicknamed Runner because he might have ran off from his battalion, his team, when things got hot during Vietnam or such. One guy is an asshole who's ready to rape the female soldier. One is a female soldier. And one is a guy who, I don't know, he's just sort of there. So, not much to the team other than Wings Hauser. But that's why I can watch this for Wings Hauser. He's the man. They find a bunch of bodies ripped apart. One with a body whose head's been ripped off. One who has no eyes. And he tells one asshole, you take point. And the guy's like, why me? And Wings Hauser goes, because I really like you. Or when the guy asshole tries to rape this female soldier, Wings Hauser gets pissed and he goes, I got a daughter. And she's been dodging dicks like you all her life. So what's wrong with me? Huh? I'm a goddamn father, that's what. And I'm going to put a bullet so deep in your head that your ancestors will feel it. I like that dialogue, and I like Wings Hauser. Like, Wings Hauser, unlike, sadly, Mark Hamill in Watchers Reborn, who looks tired and sluggish and is pathetic as a hero, and I like Mark Hamill, but he's really bad in Watchers Reborn. Wings Hauser, he's given his all in this movie. Like, he's not sleepwalking. He thinks he's in a real movie. I appreciate that. An actor that, even though it's called Watchers 3, he believes he's in a real movie. And Wings Hauser is why I like the film. I like Wings Hauser. I like his character. And it's a short enough movie, a jungle setting, a creature killing people. And one scene he rapes. If he. No, he doesn't rape. That'd be a different movie. It'd be a different film. It's a bad image. I meant to say he rips a guy's head off in one scene. I thought that was a nice gory effect. And the team find the kid and the dog, and Wingshauser knows Einstein and vice versa, and tells a little bit of backstory. Granted, it's not the backstory of Watchers 2, but it's like, oh yeah, he dealt with something before, and he was set up, and so what happened to Tracy Scoggins' character in the second film? And it's not been 6 years, it's been 4, and this isn't the creature went off, and you killed the creature. And so it doesn't really add up. But again, it is where they use the same name as this guy. It's kind of strange. And then the fact that he knows the dog and vice versa. So it's strange. But they plan a trap for the creature because it seems like the creature doesn't. It's more night vision. Bright lights will fuck it up. And the dog realizes that it's in the trees. And kind of like Predator, he's using the trees. A woman, the female soldier, she gets killed. Looks like a little bit of her stomach's ripped open. The other guy gets a claw through him, and you see a little bit of claws on his back, like it went through. The guy runner who had these cars, he runs away to the chopper, and he gets killed. Very nonchalant, bleh way, just off screen. And then Wingshauser finds him. He's got little cuts on his face. That's pretty lame death. I mean, I could probably understand why people don't like it. Like, I'll defend Watchers 1 and 2. Watchers 3 is kind of hard to defend because it's not a huge body count. It's not lots of action happening. It's not really that great of a looking creature. But I don't know, it's just one of those films that I grew up with. I mean, I didn't grow up with this film, but that kind of short, like this would have been on Sci-Fi Channel if it was SCI-FI. And, oh, hey, it's raining now. Let me watch Watchers 3. Why not? Oh, it's on cable? Sure. And the dog warns that at this helicopter that there's a bomb in it, so saves Wingshauser and the kid, and they plan a trap, and they prepare. They make this spiked pit, this gasoline. They use this bomb for stuff. The creature comes in. They use nets. They use fire to lure the creature, but the creature realizes there's a spiked pit. They get knocked around. Wingshauser shoots the thing, which hits the creature that goes into a spiked pit. They did kind of like Predator, where Arnold led the creature and released this thing that hit the creature, the Predator. Lights it on fire, boom, explosion. They go in a canoe. I liked right when the end credits start. There's this nice guitar riff. I always love this guitar riff. I wish it was longer. Like, dew, dew, new, 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 dew, 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 dew. So, I mean, hell, this isn't even 15 minutes long, and it's a straightforward, to the point, short. Again, without the end credit, with the end credits, it's an hour and 20 minutes. It's short. There's some decent gore. I really like Wings Hauser. It's a low budget Roger Corman produced Predator ripoff. It was a harmless time waster that I don't mind. I think a lot of people would mind. Again, I would put up my dukes, defend these two. I would not give this a 2.9 on IMDb. I've seen so much fucking worse. Howling 4 and 7, and honestly 5 and Reborn, and fucking The Night Brings Charlie, or fucking, what was that movie? Not Dark Crystal, Star Crystal. The shitty movie with where the creature finds an electronic Bible because a Jehovah's Witness knocking on your door. Mountaintop Motel Massacre. There's a lot of other movies that are fucking worse than Watchers 3. Watchers Reborn is way worse than Watchers 3. If you watch, if you want to watch a short, low budget Predator ripoff with a good role, and if you like Wings Hauser, I think it's worth one watch. Weirdly enough, this one and Watchers 1 are on YouTube. You type in Watchers 3, it's on 1994, it's on YouTube. Same with Watchers 1. But now Watchers 2, or Reborn. So I just find it funny that 1 and 3, they have been YouTubed. At least by the time I'm doing this video. But yeah, for what it was, I don't mind the film. So thanks for watching. Take care. Now I might as well revisit, because last time I saw it was when I ranted on it like 5 years ago. Watchers Reborn. I remember it being pretty shitty, but you'll find out because I'll post the video when I post this. Yay.